What's going on, Wolfpack? So yesterday this arrived. The Akai S6000 sampler. And today, it's the end of the day now. I've been just doing like emails and stuff all day. But this evening, what I'm going to be doing is taking the Akai S6000 and I'm going to chuck it at the bottom of the rack and swap out the SCSI to SD card reader inside there. So there's a 64GB hard drive in there. I want to run both of the samplers. So I want to have 16 outs from one sampler going into this desk. And then I want another 16 outs going into this desk, as well as the 32 channels from the Antelope. But the thing is, this desk can take two inputs at the same time, and if it can't, then I'm going to wire it in to the inserts so I can have the Akai on the inserts. So that's my little mish for this evening. Sorry for the mess in the studio. It's a working studio. That's just how it is. So yeah, that's my little mission for this evening. So I got 10 minutes before I got to go and take the dog out for a walk. Right, let's make sure. Let's just turn it off properly. Alright, pull the plug. So I'm going to have to open up both the samplers, take bits out of one and put them in the other one. So it's going to be a bit of sampler surgery going on today. I'm not even sure if the sampler's going to fit in the rack. That's actually pretty sick, isn't it? Jeez! Two Akais, yeah? I almost want to put them in a rack. Look at that. Wow. 32 channels of Akai, glorious. That's a serious thing, isn't it? It seems sad to like, I do have a rack, but I don't think it's going to fit in this room. Have a chance of looking inside this thing. This is my old one, my old trusty. The other one's got a screw at the back here, but this one doesn't have it. Just here. This one's been taken apart so many times. And the rule is, every time you take something apart, you're left over with a screw that you don't know where it came from. It's the law. Alright, okay. Let's keep hold of all the bits on this table that's at an angle so that they'll all fall off. Oh, my back just went. Oh. See, there's so much less room in this one. I don't know if you watched the video yesterday. It's only got 16 megs. And this old hard drive in it. Oh no, I took the hard drive out. So this is what I want to get out of here. SCSI to SD card. Also, I want to look at this here because I got this board the other day and one of the channels doesn't work. This one here, these two channels don't work. I don't know why. I wanted to have a look at it a little bit closer. I don't see any capacitors like blown up or anything in there. There's nothing obvious. So I think I might have just seated the cable incorrectly. That's what I feel. Right, I'm going to struggle with this for a minute and see if I can't get the SCSI to SD card reader out. It's not about dropping a screw down there. This one's going into that drive, which is a bit annoying. This little piece comes out. And here is SCSI to SD board, which is going to come out. So give me a sec. Beautiful thing. Rabbit hole computing. SCSI to SD version 5.2. Sick. That is going in the 6000. So I'm just going to put these back in here now. Right then, that's back in there, but now I've got to go walk the dog. So I will be back to finish this job in a minute. Back from the dog walk. You should just make these with like clips. I swear I'm in and out of this thing all the time. Right then, let's get into this Akai S6000 and see if we can't put the SCSI card in there. Oh, so much better. I'm thinking, you know, I want two of these 6000s now and I'll sell that 5000 because this thing is just amazing. Oh, it's just so much more space. There's so much more room for activities. Okay, am I going to pull this 2 gig SCSI drive out that's working? Yeah, I think I'm going to pull the 2 gig SCSI drive out. Okay, so I'm not going to pull the 2 gig SCSI drive out. See these two screws here and here? There's exactly the same on the other side, except for they're on this like raised platform down there. And to get to those is like through a hole in the chassis. So if I unscrew them, it's a bit ridiculous. How does that even work? Okay, oh, the whole thing comes out as a unit. screwed to the bottom. Wow. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to leave that in there and just pull the power out of it. Okay, let me try that. So the power came out pretty easy. Now I've got to get this SCSI cable, 50 pin SCSI cable out. I pulled this out just to be able to get in there. So let's give it a go. I got the 50 pin SCSI cable out and a little injury to my hand from this little spiky bit of metal. But yeah, that's out. So now that needs to go into this. And I've got to work out which way around it goes. It's only going to go one way. There's a little tab on this side. So I'm going to try that and then switch it on and see if the hard drive works. The SCSI to SD drive there, that's unplugged, and I plugged in the cable, so it's live. Got to be super careful now. Don't touch anything inside the case. Just going to switch it on and see where we're at. Lights are on. Oh, there it is. So, oh my gosh, all my stuff's in there. Excuse me, sorry. But it's all there. Wow. So for now, it's all working. Pretty amazing. That's one of my tunes that I was working on. So sick. I reckon it's going to be so much easier to work with this like this. Just having this on the desk, it's going to be sick. So as I was saying, I'm just going to leave this in here like this. I don't think it's going to move too much. I'm going to put the lid back on, stay away from these high voltage electronics. So yeah, I'm going to switch it off now. I might see, what I want to do is I'm going to take this floppy drive out, because who uses floppy drives, and I'm going to find an enclosure that takes this SCSI to SD and chuck it in here. You can buy SCSI to SD enclosures, and I'll be able to just take the SD cards out and it would just be insane. I managed to sort of tentatively get it into the rack here, but it's a bit shabby in the rack really. Kind of preferred the old Akai in the rack. So I kind of feel like I want to just put this at the back of the rack and keep the old Akai in there. So there's a few things to think about, as always with the studio stuff. There's always things to think about. Maybe the old Akai goes in that spot and then this goes just sort of stuck around behind the back of the rack. What I am going to do is pull the whole desk out just so that I can get to the back and do a bit of cable management. So I've pulled the whole desk out now. It's kind of a modular thing, like I've made it so that the whole desk can just be pulled out in one piece. It's basically the whole studio. Oh, we can have a look at these cables. Oh, 32 TRS jacks going down there. What? I think the sampler is just going to have to sit on its side down there. Whether there's going to be space for both of them, I don't know. But I did want. So I decided if this Akai S5000 is going to sit on its side, I need to open it up again and put that drive into a drive bay, because if it's going to be on its side, I don't want that thing flopping around and messing it up inside, so that's a job. So let's do this. Alright, that's good enough. I got it plugged in, it's working. I had like fatal exception error on the sampler here, but it seems to be working now. Basically what happened was I had to open the case again, so I've got the Akai now at the back. The second Akai tucked in neatly down there on its side. I put in the 5000 back in the front. Gonna run both of them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night soon. Yeah, got it plugged in. Just got these cables for sampling, because one of the real things about these Akais is the sound of the AD converters that are built into them. They just have a certain something about them. And I've just been listening to like inspirational music. Bit of a know-nothing kind of vlog today, but you know, a few things happened. But I thought I'd share it with you anyway. If you've enjoyed this, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and the other stuff. Join the Discord, links in the description. If you're a producer, head over to presetfood.com, check out my samples and presets. Some pretty good sounds in there. I'll see you in another exciting episode of me doing weird stuff in the studio. So yeah, safe. Peace.